As a new YouTuber, are you frustrated and annoyed like me at having to work with that really unfriendly channel URL, which is like a serial number of upper and lowercase letters? If so, stay tuned to this video today because I've got your back, I've got a solution, and it will work online and offline, and it'll help you also track the people that are using that URL. So it's really human friendly, and let's go and check it out. Welcome back to another episode of McCall Media TV, whereby myself, Angela McCall, is on a journey to basically show you what it takes to launch a YouTube channel and hopefully grow it up to 1,000 subscribers in around about 4 months from March to July in 2020. And of course, this means I've got to implement lots of different strategies, both online and offline. And the reason I am bringing you this video today is because of my need for wanting to print some business cards back at the weekend that's just gone, in time for me to go to an expo event, which ironically then got cancelled. But the point here is that I needed to be able to put something usable, friendly, human, interactive on my business cards to help basically push traffic externally to my YouTube channel. And of course, let's face it, that horrible URL that the serial number is for our YouTube channels is just totally unfriendly. And so I had a dilemma, and this is the solution that I've come up with, and I'm sharing it with you because if I'm having this problem, you're going to be having this problem as a new YouTuber or a solopreneur, and I've got your back. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, thumbs up, all the rest of it, comments below, and let's get on with it. So here's the problem. As a brand new channel, I haven't even got 100 subscribers yet. You might know the exact feeling I'm talking about here. And of course, we need to do absolutely everything we can in a digital environment using social media and our contacts that way, as well as an offline real world environment, including things like using business cards, putting your channel URL on things like pull-up banners for expo stands and leaflets in magazine articles if you was to talk about something in the PR and the press. All sorts of places, basically, we need to use our channel URL. Except, let's face it, that serial number is the most unfriendly, inhuman series of letters, digits, and God knows what that we have to work with. So it's not the sort of thing you want to actually plaster, and let's face it, no one's actually going to type it all in. It's worse than trying to type in a password to your Wi-Fi connection. This got me thinking, and as I started to research about what I could do to make it a little bit more friendly, and I had instantly a couple of ideas, I stumbled across the ability to turn that unfriendly URL into a longer URL, but it actually became more useful because it became a subscriber URL. And basically what that means is I was putting you can append a small piece of code at the end of your URL, which basically gives the command to YouTube to present the user on landing on your website page a subscription box. So if you start using that version of your channel's URL with the subscriber appended on the end, the subscriber command, it basically becomes even more powerful. But yet, obviously, it being that much longer is even more unfriendly. So this got me thinking, I could use a bit.ly or a shortening URL service that would also convert that really long subscriber URL into a nice, short, sharp and snappy URL. Except, let's face it, that's also not very friendly. You don't necessarily want to have bit.ly or shortly or whatever it is, the service that you provide, plastered all over your expo business stands and your business cards and your flyers and things like that. So this got me thinking even further. And if you can get the process so far with the little diagram I'm doing on screen, you can see that there's like a kind of a chain of processes here, but it will all mean that your subscribers will end up at the right place, having used a very friendly human experience. So I thought to myself, what can I do with this bit.ly link that I now know is tracking anybody that uses it, whether it's offline, online, and they type it in digitally, etc. But how can I make it more friendly? And that's where I then started thinking about page URL redirects, domain redirects, subdomain redirects, or even using QR codes. So I suddenly thought these then become a lot more friendly. And so I actually went with a page URL redirect on my business card. So I'll just sort of zoom in and show you that in the bold writing there. I'll put it clearer. because it's extremely easy for any solopreneur to do. You don't have to have a huge amount of technical ability, and I'm going to show you that in just a second after this sort of explanation. So basically what I have done is I have taken a unfriendly URL for my channel, converted it into a subscriber URL, which makes it more powerful and more useful, but even more unfriendly, shortened it down to make it a trackable link using a service like Bitly, and then basically masking that Bitly URL to make it friendly and on brand for my business. And that is basically what I'm going to show you how to do right now. Look at the two different URL redirects that I'm talking about. So obviously I said there was QR codes and also subdomains, but I haven't implemented both of those. I just want to give you some food for thought. So the first one I'm going to show you is my dedicated domain name. So this is a domain name I bought about 2 days ago. All I've done is gone into my ISP hosting company and basically said, don't go to a website, what I want you to do is go to this URL instead, and I've given them my channel's URL with the subscription link on the end. So I've already typed it in there. It is McCool Media as one word .tv, and when you hit return, YouTube channel hopefully presents itself with the subscription box to help provoke my visitors into subscribing to my channel. I'm on my website, which is www.mccool.media. I haven't used the .com or .co.uk. I've actually used the global top level domain .media in this case. So essentially this is my website, and I've already got a button on my site or a link up here taking people to my channel. Okay, so if I click on that right now, that basically is a page called TV, and it takes me straight over to my channel, where you can see instantly the first thing that's being displayed is a subscription prompt to me as a visitor to say, hang on a second, why don't you subscribe to this channel if you're taking the effort to go and visit it. Right, so how do you set up a page redirect? And that's what we're going to cover real quick right now. So I'm a WordPress website user. What you can see behind me now is my pages. So I've gone to my pages, and down here you can see that there is a TV page. Now I'm just going to quickly open that to show you that there is absolutely nothing that you really need to do with this page other than create it and save it. So I've given it a title TV, which basically means that now this page lives at mccool.media/TV. That's all I needed it to accomplish, was give me that URL. So moving back one screen, if we go to my plugins, what I then did is I went and looked for a plugin called a redirection plugin, and I used this one here by a chap called John Godley. Now if you go to plugins and search for redirect or page redirect, you'll have hundreds and hundreds of them. You just need to make sure that you pick one that's compatible with your theme that you're using, that it's been updated regularly, and obviously that it's got a lot of weighting in scores, because then you know no matter what's happened, there's been hundreds of people use it, and if there was any bugs they would have reported it, and hopefully by now, and the version that you pick out, it's good to use. And always back up your website before you do any plugin installations. Trust me, I've been there the hard way. So anyway, I basically installed this plugin, and I actually didn't have to do any configuration because I just wanted a very simple, straightforward redirect. I didn't need to go fiddling around with anything. So all I've done is gone up to the redirects page. Now the plugin itself will sort of monitor different pages and things going on my website, but this one here is the page that we are looking at, and as you can see quite clearly, there is my YouTube channel's URL with the subscription link appended at the end. Now at the time of setting this page up, because I was rushing to get my business cards printed and off to the artwork off to the printers, I hadn't implemented the whole Bitly link technique that we have been discussing today. But essentially you would have taken that URL, put it into Bitly would have given you a short version, and that's what you would be pasting in here. So I just thought I'd run that through you, and as you can see, it's really simple. It is literally a case of selecting the page. This is what all these are up here, are all other pages on my website. So you just select the page that you want, you click on edit, you stick in the URL, you save it, and it's job done. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this one really useful today. It's a practice that I'm going to be using quite a lot in my own promotional efforts for my channel in order to help grow to that 1,000 subscribers. So please give me your thoughts, comments, subscribe to my channel, stay notified, and I'll see you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Essentially, you would have taken that URL, sticking it, work with essentially a human being.